Welcome in, everyone, to the story of Morgan, Arkhan, Washburne, and his lovely adventures through space and the settled systems. It has been a fine adventure thus far. Let us see what wonderful discoveries await our friend today. Hey, Matt, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're having a fine morning. Try and make sure everything's set for this to begin. But welcome in every one of you wonderful people, and thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing what we can do this evening with our good friend. I've been looking forward to it. I'm enjoying it a lot. Yay! Oh, I get that. Hopefully you can play along some though, Matt. I'm glad you're able to finally play it. It's certainly not a perfect game, but I do find it to be a fun game. We'll probably start off the day by doing the Terramorph missions, and then we'll follow it up later on by doing some shipbuilding or side quests or something fun. 47, nice. I'm having a problem because it's not saying I'm gaining experience. It's like looping me back into the same level, even though there's not a level cap. So I'm not sure what it's doing. I'm gonna have to look at it. But I didn't have time to do that yet today. But without further ado, let us begin our adventure. Welcome everyone. I'm Morgan, Arkhan, Washburne, and I've been striving to help the settled systems. This is our newest creation, and we're seeing how it works. It is a prototype. I have a feeling we'll probably modify it, but at least it'll get us through the adventures for now. I do certainly love the lovely view that it provides. But join us as we see what we can do to help the UC deal with the Terramorphs. So yeah, very nice large area. Fully windowed glass interior. It's nearly, not quite, other than this niche, is nearly a half circle, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It winds up being about 3 across, obviously. So, not quite 3 though. I got a message from... Okay, nothing important. But yes, we have 2 of them. can also rise up here, and we have another, giving a superior outlook and view overlooking the wonderful city. However, we have much to do. Andreja, you said you wanted to talk earlier. What's up?
Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results?
Right, we did talk to you about this already. For those of you who are wondering, this is going to be a little bit of repeat because I had to replay through some of the stuff we'd already done because it had lost my crewmen, just disappeared. They were no longer on the list. They were just gone. So I don't know how that happened. So I had to load back to a previous one to get them back and re-catch up to where we were last time. It was a bad scene all around. Not really a way to be satisfied.
Please, I suppose not. This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives.
Yeah.
He was not the first, and certainly will not be the last.
That's what I fear. Money can bring out the worst in people, unfortunately.
At least he will no longer be able to prey on others. I am unsure that death was preferable to justice.
Oh, it
At least the
wasn't.
situation is over, and there's no question who was to blame.
True. Wasn't what I wanted, but he didn't really give us a choice.
No, he did not. A very poor decision on his part. Perhaps a lesson to be learned by others who would break the law. At least while you serve as ranger.
Certainly. It'll be an honor to wear the badge. It's one way to help make the place better. The settled systems need to be safer.
I think less of the badge and more of the person wearing it.
Oh, thank you.
But you should be proud of your accomplishments.
I am.
Shall we find some other adventure to occupy us now?
Yeah. We got Terramorphs to hunt, my dear. Terramorphs to hunt. Are you ready? I believe your weapon will be suitable for taking them out. You are quite potent, my dear. Not something I would want to face off against. No, 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 no. Oh, you often have something. Do you have anything?
You need something, dearest? Indeed I do. All yours.
You're such a babe. Thank you.
You will think of me, I hope.
Always? Come on.
Need something, Captain? I've been hanging on to this for you.
Cool. Thank you, Rosie. You're wonderful.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Well, I can't say whether I will or won't. Interesting. Nice stick you got there, Sam. Crew, everyone be ready. We're going to be dealing with Terramorphs. So, while I'm off the ship... Yeah, I'm talking. While I'm off the ship, be sure to be cautious and ready. They may attack the ship. So, be on high alert. What? Who put this here? That is not a good place for that. I need to delete all those. Those are not good. Cora, be careful with those.
I hope you're having a good day.
I am. Bye. Alright. Well, that's something. I mean, that makes sense, man. I don't see why you have a problem with that. That's just what people do. Alright. So this is our newest iteration. Like I said, I had to deal with the problem last time and then had to do a bit of rework, but we'll We'll see if it'll give us the external perspective as we take off.
Time to join the stars.
Nope, it's going to give us the interior of the cockpit. We have a lot of work to do on this one, though, to perfect it. It's suboptimal currently. But the placement of the...
Orbit achieved.
Not the bridge. Landing bay is better. Wait, Londinian is here? We've landed here before. Oh no. What was here? I don't know. Well, no time like the present to deal with chaos.
Starting landing procedure.
If you don't want your companions using grenades, you can always unequip them. Well, remove them. Engage with me. All hands, be wary. Okay, we have allies first. Wow. Frosty.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time!
What do you think I'm doing?
You with the Xeno unit?
Yeah.
You're heading to command. Far end of the compound.
Okay. Oh, target practice. I was like, you already have foes? Novolite. Andresia, what are you doing over there? You're shooting. I might go back to the ship. Nice, the Asila. Definitely we're here, since they had a nice statue of it. So, I've found my favorite power. What is your guys' favorite power? Structures. Let me know what your favorite power is, and I will share with you mine. I just want to get an idea of what you guys have found to be useful as well. Must be here. Terrabrew. Yes! We're gonna build a Terrabrew luxury liner as the Mantis. That is something I was working on until the save I was on glitched and I didn't have the progress saved. Not bad. Not so good. Yes! See, I want these chairs. Absolutely swiping all of these for our ship. Please be something good for Terramorph. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite. So that has 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Those are closer together. That's not going to work. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's going to work, and that's going to work. That'll work. But then I don't know that the other one will work. It will. That. And that. Oh. Didn't see what that was, but that's alright. More here for the Terramorph cups. That's the real value here. Yes! We can finally make our Terramorph ship. So for those of you who are aware, it's no surprise to you why I'm saying that. For those of you who don't know, we are RPing that we got a contract with Terramorph, and we need to go ahead and fulfill that more, but we've had an issue of having proper supply of Terramorph coffee mugs. And so they said we had to go and source them, and so that's why we got an extension on our... Oh, did not want that one. Or that one. So they give us an extension on our contract deadline to completion because they didn't have proper supplies on hand to give us the cups that we did and such. So, yeah, we're still working on that. Well, that's why we were excited about getting Terramorph. Commander Hanton. Let's talk with him.
I pride myself on knowing every person that steps foot on this planet. But I don't know you. Are you with this collection team they informed us we're hosting? Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser.
I am Captain Morgan Arkhan Washburne of the UC Vanguard, and I believe you're expecting me.
Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum, I'm...
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other?
Wow. Cranky. Do you know what it is we'll face out there?
Terramorphs, and plenty of them. Outside our little sanctuary here, much of the planet is theirs. For that reason, we keep our trips into the city to a minimum. That also means our intel becomes largely historical once you go much beyond the defenses. It's also why I want to make sure I'm being crystal clear. Out there, you're on your own.
You wouldn't even send a rescue party?
We are unwanted guests on this planet, and, as a rule, I don't put my people in any more risk than is absolutely necessary. We've got it hard enough out here. So, no, there will be no cavalry sweeping into the rescue.
So Victus bombed the place. And what did he do that for?
The initial Terramorph outbreak that overran Londinium during the tail end of the colony war came as a complete shock. Waves of the creatures appeared out of nowhere, and the city was quickly overwhelmed. There were some attempts at evacuation, but Victus decided more definitive action was merited. He ordered the spaceport to be bombed, ensuring no other ships could leave the city, halting the spread of the outbreak but leaving large sections in ruins and condemning countless lives. And the intervening 20 years have only made Londinium more hostile, not less. So my people will not be coming for you out there. Understood?
Alright. Understood. No backup.
Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
So you can pinpoint the location of the samples from here?
Pinpoint's a bit strong.
The equipment will be able to get us a rough location of any acceptable samples in the scan area. It'll be up to you, Kaiser, and I to find the things.
Affirmative. Ready when you are.
All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Yes. Should I give you something bigger? No, because you'll blow up everything, probably. Trying to not blow everything up, I guess, so... Sniper rifle would be more conducive. And who, pray tell, are you, sir?
You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand.
Oh.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh. Oh. Well, that was nice. Noise. Not sure that it's better than what I got. Probably isn't, but we'll take a look.
Give him one for me, all right?
Absolutely. Probably a few more than one. I'd say an exponent thereof, but then that wouldn't really work because it would still be one. 3, 4 and a 2. Those two should line up with that. All right. She said to gear up, right? Nice.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to
Cold feet. Who could blame you?
No, I was just curious if you had anything to say, actually. Ow, that hurt.
Looking for the lock to the city? Through there.
All right. No more Terrabrew, because this isn't Terrabroof. All right. Let's see what we got. No. Not high enough DPS. I think our mag shear is still the best. Yeah. That's a good one too, though. That, not so much. We're not going to be using that on Terramorphs. Coachman with the explosives could be useful, but... Oh wow, that actually gets up decent quantity. It's not bad. Alright, well, I'm gonna stick, I think, with what I have for now. This has better resistances. Not bad. Oh, that does look cool. Oof, that does look cool. Andreja, should we go back to the ship and modify our stuff, or just go with what we got? Yeah. And we'll go with it for now. Difficulty breathing. What do we get? Hypothermia. Sounds about right. But why? I wish they'd tell you more what resistance you'd actually need, instead of just saying your suit protection's being removed. I have 70 thermal. Would think that would work with the cold, since cold is a form of thermal. And I have 70. How much do you need? Oh, I'm at negative XP. That is really weird. Why am I at negative XP? Alright, so 117930. Put that in. I'm going to see if that changes, because that would explain why I did that. So it accelerated my level, but then gave me a level penalty. If you guys have any idea how to deal with the suit stuff, I don't know why it's giving me that. So you know what, we are going to go back to the ship, see if we can get a better suit protection. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to do to deal with that. Maybe, I think there was a mod you could put on to up the resistance. Welcome, Azrael. Because we really do need that.
I'm glad to see you looking well.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going out there?
Cold. I had to be on the other one, so we'll go there after that.
Do you need my help?
Skip boost, sturdy, incoming melee resistant, fast, and 20 capacity for carrying. That's not bad. Beast Hunter automatic sentinel. Does look cool. Kind of want to use it just because it looks good. Hazard protection, oxygen reserve, carrying capacity. Yeah. Skip is fine. Sturdy, fast. Okay. Hey, welcome for being here, long time, Matt. We appreciate the longevity of your stay with us, and welcome you to join us for a long time again. Alright, there it goes. I was having some issues with the headset and everything. Combat vet, holstered weapon. That's what we did. Sentinel.
Nice to see you.
You too. Sentinel automatic. Sentinel automatic. That works. All right.
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that grav tech cheating?
Increase melee damage. No. Heavy shielding. Yes. Pocket. Increase carrying. Combat vet, resource hauler, mechanized. Damage, resource, mechanized. Assisted carrying less accurate. I think mechanized probably is the best, yeah. Liquid cool. Thermal resistance. Does thermal cover cold or just hot? Thermals with cold resistance. Alright, I'm gonna look it up because that's bugging me. Yeah, resist frostbite. How to get cold resistance. Okay. What's the thermal stat on the armor? Equip multiple pieces to provide high thermal stat for cold resistance, but that's what I did. Okay. So it is what I thought, but it's not working. Shh. Energy shielding that actually needs the most. Sensory array. We'll go with that.
So, I hear you've been making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
I have, Dad. I want to be as good a co-pilot for the captain as I am for you.
Well, you're doing a great job, Stringbean. I'm proud of you. What do you say we get you a new outfit next time we're planetside?
Congrats, man.
It
That's
still
awesome.
fits, Dad. And I love it. Now, a new book.
Wait, that's the wrong one. I wanted it on this one. Backpack is the other one. Carrying capacity increase is good, but we're gonna go liquid cooled. Because apparently we got all sorts of stupid cold here. You see, less resistance. Less resistance. That actually has more thermal. aliens is what we need. Rapid. Let's go rapid. It wouldn't be bad. Consecutive. There we go. What is our resistance now? 85, so we did get a little more. I don't know if 85 is going to be enough, since 75 wasn't. It's only 10 more. I wish it was more clear what and how much you exactly needed for dealing with the hazard. Hypothermia. Infection. Oh. Yeah, hypothermia. Yeah, I wish there was a way to know how much I needed. How much resistance do I need to deal with the hazard currently? 10, 20, 30?
Last night.
What?
Well, all that physical training seems to
gravity is high. Yeah, gravity is 1. Yeah, look, it still says I'm freezing. Suit protection engaged. Which is good, but how long is it going to last for? Because I had 75 and it burnt off quick.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this?
Are you nervous?
Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. You hear about a place for so long, it maybe gets bigger in your head than it should be. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be all right. Now, are we doing this or not?
Yep.
Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready. Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud. Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
That creature. It's dominated. Must be more of them. Clean them up.
Kill protocols active. Insufficient. Intelligence sustained.
Looks like the last of them. No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers. Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Yeah, it's not letting me get any sort of lift off at all. this open?
Something.
There we go. And
all Achilles samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you...
won't let me jump very high. It's yanking me down.
I am not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Then we've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Yeah. Let me guess. A certain individual messing with things again.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel. What's keeping you things warm? I'm sure we can find a use for this. What's that? My God. Look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain, have you seen this?
Oh no.
Oh my God. The heat leeches are Terramorphs.
Don't worry about it.
But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a Terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby Terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how Terramorphs move between planets.
What does it mean for a plant to clean up the Terramorphs?
That I don't have an answer for right now. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and Terramorphs. The Aciles we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both.
What did we just witness? That can't be how Terramorphs are born, right?
No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible.
Yeah. Feels like a pretty major discovery.
Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible...
Ooh, yeah.
The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the Terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a Terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up?
Yeah, it's plausible.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it!
We may proceed.
Go!
And thanks for that, Matt. And it is. Ooh, Terra Brew. Yes! We can get more.
Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
Yep. I think it means that the Lazarus plants was used to trigger attacks in New Atlantis.
Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks.
I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea, deploying alien life forms as weapons.
I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach, but our group never dealt with something that could have an effect like this. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test, someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
Yep. Didn't you say the plant can't grow anywhere else?
It can't. At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we're right about this, someone found a way.
Exactly. The timing is oh so suspicious.
They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Exactly, Matt. Life finds a way. I have some ideas, but it's far from responsible to just start hurling accusations.
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human caused or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way.
Why? I want to get in Terra Brew, but it's locked.
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Yep.
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
there's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Don't want to pick the locks because it gets annoying. I need to find an auto pick.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required. And we do that. Ah, Captain. I think I see it. Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete.
Of course, frostbite. I have 85 resistance.
Multiple systems unavailable. Warning, priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored. Back in business. Warning, emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the trips that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available. An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording.
He's the one causing the problem.
We should talk.
He's behind all of it.
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
You know, I never did learn this reading minds trick that you seem to have mastered.
The recording said it all. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was
someone who thought keeping secrets would save lives?
I sincerely hope you are not suggesting he was justified in his actions. I would not wish to associate with someone who felt he did the right thing.
That's not exactly what I meant.
a calculated loss. These soldiers for the rest of the galaxy. That sounds exactly like what my father would do. But it doesn't. It can't justify slaughter.
Well, I agree. I was saying how he thought.
I guess that's just another part of his sick
don't agree.
legacy now.
Exactly.
He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret to his grave. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
He's still alive. The UC's been keeping him prisoner. She needs to know now that we know this.
Now's not the time to joke like that, all right?
It's the truth. He claims to be trying to help us.
No. That's insane. He died. They executed him. They faked his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him?
Yep.
And now he's what? An advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive?
Previous council cabinet thought he was too useful to get rid of.
I'm sure they did. They invested so much in him over the years. Even grew him an entire family he didn't want.
They Victus. Alive? After all this time? So his execution was what? A lie? A cover-up?
Yep.
Incredible. Just incredible.
I guess it makes sense, though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited. But wait, if my father's alive and knew about the Lazarus plant, what do you think the chances are he was involved in the attacks?
50-50? It's an idea worth discussing further, when we're not surrounded by Terramorphs.
Good point. Deal with one monster at a time. Let's go get that final sample.
Yeah, she has to know. We gotta deal with him. And I am going to get some coffee and be right back. See you in just a moment. All right.
Kaiser, try it now.
Unlock successful.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
no
sound
kidding.
good. Eyes peeled.
That's rude. I need to go here. Yep. Pain, blisters, crippling. Because we have severe frostbite. Yay! Certainly, man. Take care. We'll see you. Okay, we got rid of everything. We still have this, but we resolved the problems.
What the hell? Is that the sample? Concentrate fire! Shoot! Shoot!
That is the sample? Come on then. We have collecting to do.
Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done. All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
You make the impossible look easy, Captain.
It's part of the benefits of being a Starborn. That's a whole nother story, Sinan. We don't have time for that one right now. Just understand, there are things in this universe that are more dangerous than Terramorphs. I hope you never have to deal with them. So personal atmosphere is one of my favorite, as you can tell. My favorite is Time Warp. Because I love being able to kill all the enemies before it runs out and loot them. So they're looted before they hit the ground. There we go. Not sure where she is. She's supposed to be up here with us.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Sort of. So, is the plan going to still work now that we have to clean up heat leeches and terramorphs?
Can't be positive until we run some tests. But knowing that the Terramorphs have been masquerading as heat leeches all this time is a big find. Arguably makes things more feasible, now that we know what we're dealing with, not less.
Agreed. Plus, I don't think you're gonna have to push real hard to get folks on board with cleaning up one of the galaxy's greatest pests if this is what they're capable of.
But none of that's getting done without the samples. You do have them, right?
Yes.
Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, But do I have it right that Faye Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah, we learned something, but can't say more right now. I kind of promised.
Captain, he needs to know. Faye Victus is alive, which means he could have been involved in the attacks.
Alive? He's... Faye Victus? That can't be true, right?
Unfortunately for us all, yes, it's true.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain, Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the Terramorphs.
Don't tell anyone. It could be my life on the line.
Only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know.
Yeah. We're going to have some words. Some very, very big words. Well, harsh words. Do you want to come speak to him with me?
Captain, I truly don't. He's already shown he's taken an interest in you. I'll be a lot more useful in the lab right now than I would be grilling Francois. So do you think you could do it? Please?
Do you really think it was him?
Plenty of people out there with grudges against the UC, but he's the only one we know had any knowledge of the Lazarus plant. So right now, it's the only option we've got. Will you do it?
We are definitely gonna do it. He's not exactly a trustworthy source, but we're definitely going to have some words.
Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
Mm-hmm. Don't remember that one being there. Yeah. Ooh, that's a doozy. Let's see. 11, 7, 9. Okay, yeah, so we are catching up. I don't know why it did that, but it did.
Hello, Captain.
Vasco.
to greet the stars.
Hell of a view from here.
Genu again. You're advised to leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding. Let me check my logs. Alright, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
We're docked.
I forgot my other gun. Oh well. They're all dead already. The thrust, vertical thrust, doesn't seem to be working quite as well.
We're loose.
Cool. Why do I have a bounty? Universal mission board. Okay. Should have like 90% chance to avoid it.
Switching over to standard engines.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Man, Ve Victus, that slimy, nasty scum. No, he didn't admit that he knew about these. He kept it a dirty secret. Of course he did. Why would he admit it? Worthless puke. Who would know it other than you, Veve? Because you're looking like you're guilty, Veve. You're looking very guilty, Veve.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Yeah. Forgot to bring the chems.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
I don't know. Do you want to, tell me anything about your time on Londinian?
I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for?
We did. And a bonus, in fact.
Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no?
Found a recording of you discussing the Terramorphs and the use of them as a weapon.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
No. You're afraid because you know you've been discovered.
You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau City. New Atlantis. My doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
You're angry about the UC did to you. It's pretty petty revenge, nothing more.
Oh, my revenge was far from petty, Captain. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Filthy. You didn't even trust your own people inside the UC.
These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of Terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death? It was the only option that made sense at the time.
Maybe it is better that fewer knew about it, but that doesn't fix what you did.
Precisely. In that moment, I couldn't allow another dangerous variable to be added to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return?
So they should have executed him.
Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
Wow. Orlays? You mean the one you had me kill?
Can't remember the many lives you've taken. Orlays was the man whose death you brought about around the moon of Etheria. The pilot of
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
Warlock.
saying. That's what I thought.
The man I had to eliminate. To hide my secret.
And how did you coordinate it from in there?
It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom you're actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective.
Wow. And you murdered UC citizens to be some slight against your honor? You're sick.
There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
Wow. So what kind of honors are you thinking?
Something befitting the dedication to the colonies you two have shown. While of course they can't give you a command, responsibility like that has to be earned. The Cabinet does have access to considerable resources. I expect you'll be quite pleased with the result. And none of it would have happened without my intervention.
Doggy, hey. Lay up there. Up here. Up here. Dog keeps laying in back of me, behind the chair, so whenever I move it, he gets nicked and flinches, instead of laying in front on the bed where he won't get hit.
You have my undivided attention.
Yeah. Hey, nuts. This guy. If you're expecting a thank you, we're going to sit here for quite a while.
I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth.
A little weird?
And
How
let's
so?
not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the
there is a
Cabinet.
fan in the background.
Tell them that it was Orlays, and
But
Orlays alone.
Should only be running
After all,
when I'm talking.
I do still have a long list of threats to the UC.
I was hoping it wouldn't pick it up, but apparently it is when I'm talking.
Works together.
And what kind of work are you talking about?
Hunting down criminals and other threats to the United Colonies. I expect they'll give me a bit more free range once this is all over. It would help me, like you did with Orlays, track them down and keep them from doing harm to the United Colonies. Impossible, though, if the Cabinet learns I'm the one responsible for the attacks.
And you think we should just forget the fact that you had a lot of people killed to complete your good works?
And how many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war or digging a tram tunnel. So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. That seems like a fair exchange to me. I only hope you'll see the same and leave my name out of the discussions to come.
You know, I am not sure what I'm going to tell the Cabinet. We will see.
Well, I do hope you'll keep the larger perspective in mind, Captain. We've done something great here. Let's not squander the opportunity to do more.
Wow. Well, yeah. Come on.
To what do I owe this pleasure? Goodbye, dearest.
We gotta get out of here. We need to destroy this whole facility. Disgusting. We need to talk.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough.
I gotta check something. There is a... Whoop. There was a glitch in their system where they didn't have part of the quest get completed that you're supposed to. So you're supposed to do... Nope. Not that. That's weird. I did not copy that. I got that. Wait. I think it worked. I'm gonna do it one more time just to make sure. But this unlocks the thing that we should have got based on the info we saw there. Okay, yeah, it worked. It gives you all the options you're supposed to have been able to find and do.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
And we even think we could program the microbe to disable heat leech's ability to transform into Terramorphs altogether. That means sterilizing the species is still an option too.
So, we'd all be safe from any more surprise attacks via the Lazarus plant. But we wouldn't be cleaning up the last generation of Terramorphs.
I've already sent along a summary of all the options to the cabinet. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant?
You're not gonna like it. He confessed he organized the attacks from his cell.
I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it?
Well, he made plenty of grand claims, but deep down, he just wanted revenge.
Killed all those people because of a chip on his shoulder and an obsession with his own status. That sounds like Vivictus.
Yep.
Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again.
It's kind of what I was thinking. What do you think the cabinet will do?
My hope would be that whatever connections he's got to the outside world disappear. Make sure his future schemes and machinations stay in his cell with him. But honestly, I'm not sure. He's in a unique position and has done a special kind of harm to the colonies.
He deserves to be punished.
Exactly. Bring justice to everyone he's hurt. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the cabinet thinks of it all.
Yep.
Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs.
So what method are you two leaning towards?
Wiping them out with the microbe is going to be the fastest, most effective, and saves the most human lives. We don't have to worry about one last generation of very long-lived Terramorphs menacing humanity.
No, the Asylees are the way forward. We deploy them, we're cleaning up the threat using a method nature's already perfected. And not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with the microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference.
So if we block the heat leech's transformation and sterilize them, what does it look like?
Well, we'd still be using the microbe to trigger the desired result, so it's got all the same risks as wiping them out does.
Which are exceedingly minimal.
There's risk. But on the other hand, it means the heat leeches would become impossible to weaponize. There'd still be Terramorphs out there, but they'd be the last of their kind. We wouldn't have to worry about more surprise attacks, and we wouldn't be offing an entire species.
And what are the risks if we just go with the Asylees?
Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the Terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks.
She has a point on speed aspect as well as safety, but that's the problem. Do you want speed or safety? You gotta pick one, you can't have both. So what do you think the cabinet will do when they learn about Vivictus' involvement?
It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything else he's done, is unforgivable. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. they might be willing to spare him?
I was actually more hoping they'd allow me to execute him. All right, let's head in there.
And here we go.
All right.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances.
No kidding.
But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Is the second report from who I think it is?
This report comes from a particularly confidential source both you and I are familiar with, yes. Among the reasons its findings are so alarming. Now, is it true? Was the attack on New Atlantis planned?
That is correct. It was a deliberate attack.
My God.
An attack? Using Terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays?
I need to verify something.
All right, but make it quick.
Just take care of what you've got to and get back here.
I mean, I was gonna see if you knew Orlays,
So was Reginald Orlays responsible for these attacks?
I think you should tell him, Hadrian.
Well, ma'am, it seems your report is incorrect. Francois Sanan was responsible for the attacks.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now that's quite the accusation your group is leveling. Seeing as Francois Sanan has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
Yeah, you're an egotistical prick, for one. Second, himself.
It just transformed. A Terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording.
Oh, he already did.
Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We
Not really.
failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vavictus sooner.
Yep.
I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Are you gonna put a bullet through him? And what are you planning to do?
That will be up to the cabinet to decide. But I don't appreciate our mercy being taken advantage of.
Can you ensure that there's no more outside contact? He used UC functionaries to get his messages out.
That's truly disconcerting to hear. But cutting off Vae Victus's contact with the outside world is likely to be just the beginning of his punishment.
The world would be better off without him in it. Yes, he can help, but he's not worth the risk.
I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand.
Yeah.
With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again.
Yep.
As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
So what sort of measures are you planning to take?
Well, luckily the natural hostility of Londinian makes keeping out trespassers relatively easy. But we'll ensure its growth is contained, that access to the plant is only permitted via highly regulated clearances, and that our troop presence on Londinian is increased.
I don't know that you should increase the presence on the planet, but I do think the other factions should be involved in securing the plant.
Tell the Freestar Collective? Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement. I fail to see the value here.
Demonstrates to the collective that you're not planning anything in secrecy down the line.
Agreed. Any effort to de-escalate the situation should be considered. Being as open as possible would be a valuable move.
That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture to further display this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
The observers on Mars have proven such a gesture can bear fruit.
So, you want us to make nice with the collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also heat leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to sterilize the Terramorphs and shut off their ability to transform would be effective and humane. Then we can clean them up as needed.
Oh, yeah. All the risks of the microbe and a final generation of Terramorphs still on the prowl. They'll call us heroes, I'm sure.
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
I have questions about the methods.
Please, ask.
The dangers of the Aseles. What exactly do you guys have found about the dangers of that?
I can field this one. While intimidating creatures, certainly, Asylees are docile unless provoked. They're honestly closer to oversized mobile scanners than deadly predators. The concern is that, while all proposed methods will be long-term efforts, the Asylees are the slowest. Slow to breed, slow to deploy. We do everything we could to accelerate that process, including mustering some of our mothballed cloning technologies. But if we do elect to use this method, we'll be doing things at the pace of a megafauna, which is not an expedient one.
That's the problem. What are the chances, really, that this microbe could be a problem?
Infinitesimally low.
But not zero.
The chance of a starship landing on you as you sit here isn't zero, yet you still attended. Personally, my fear isn't mutation, but Terramorphs developing a resistance. But that's something our group can continue to address if we decide to take this approach, as I believe we should.
Are there risks in blocking the heat leech's transformation and sterilizing the species?
If we're doing it via a microbe, then yes, there's certainly risks.
Risks, though, that can be mitigated. And taking that route, well, the existing Terramorphs, they'd still be out there. And they're not short-lived creatures. But they would be the last of their kind.
And will the other factions be involved in the efforts as well?
This won't work without them.
Exactly right, ma'am. The Interstellar Affairs Office has already begun reaching out to worlds throughout the settled systems, informing them of the risks we're all facing.
It's not up.
The UC has a plan to prevent what happened on New Atlantis from happening elsewhere. Thus far, the response has been overwhelmingly positive. The spirit of mutual cooperation displayed between the UC and the Freestar Collective in managing the Terramorph data set a good tone for the work we're doing, Captain. We expect we'll hit some resistance, but our office has plenty of carrots and sticks to ensure the program's widespread success.
Who exactly... Oh, I need to hear that again.
This won't work without them.
Exactly right.
Oh. It paused. I was trying to see something.
Ma'am, the Interstellar Affairs Office has already begun reaching out to worlds throughout the settled systems, informing them of the risks we're all facing, and that the UC has a plan to prevent what happened on New Atlantis from happening. Thus far, the response has been overwhelmingly... The spirit of mutual cooperation displayed between the UC and the Freestar Collective in managing the Terramorph data set a good tone for the work we're doing, Captain. We expect we'll hit some resistance, but our office has plenty of carrots and sticks to ensure the program's widespread success.
And I did not get a message. So I don't have to worry about it, I guess. Works out. Who exactly is doing all the work, deploying whichever method we choose?
The responsibilities will be spread across multiple branches of the UC. Research and day-to-day administration will be handled by a new group under the Science Division. All diplomatic concerns and coordination will fall to Chief Yassine and Interstellar Affairs. But most of the actual on-the-ground work, that'll be handled by the Vanguard.
Of course. Yeah, we'll let the Vanguard do it. Alright, that's it.
Very well. Then did you have a preference on the method we should deploy?
Use the microbes to halt the transformation. Wiping them out just seems a bit much.
Glad to see someone's not afraid of a little applied genetics. The Science Division is in full agreement.
And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the Captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the three of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
What does Class 1 citizen entail?
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive.
Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
And as a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you, Captain, will have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander. Tuala, if I recall correctly.
Correct.
He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward.
Thank you,
Plus, help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Yeah. Woohoo! That's awesome. I'm Class 1. Oof.
I would move the stars for you. But I hope it does not come to that.
Hey.
I know that tone.
Oh,
Very
really?
well. What is it?
More than I ever thought possible. You are my heart.
Thank you, dearest. You are not so bad yourself.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to see you go.
You're handling this whole captain thing really well, you know.
The Freestar Rangers. You did their dirty work and then some. So how'd you feel wearing the badge?
Yeah, all the kids grew up with fantasizing about the moment. Didn't quite seem real.
The reality of the job is dirtier than cops and robbers on the playground. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in a backstabbing world of megacorp politics.
True. His accomplishments were impressive.
Not many of us can create something like he did. Tough call on what to do with Ron Hope.
Yeah.
Taking his hush money wouldn't have set right with me. But I wonder what's gonna happen to Hopetown without him.
Hopefully the company pulls through this. I just couldn't take a bribe. It's just wrong.
Fingers crossed. As much fun as it is being a ranger,
Night nuts.
I hope you can start focusing on constellation business.
Hey.
Plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover.
Dude, there's not that much left.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
So I'm supposed to be able to have more than one. You ready
I'm
to go?
always up for adventure, friend.
There is no one I would rather see right now. I
Good.
am so grateful for you.
And I for you. I thought there was supposed to be a... There it goes.
Well, well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
So tell me what details a Class 1 from your knowledge.
It's a high honor. Have to do something big for the colonies to earn that sort of designation. Only ever met a couple myself, and certainly never given one orders. You should be real proud.
Thank you, it's an honor.
No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Okay. And the realty office is what?
Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Look for the Aphelion sign.
Okay. That's generous, thank you.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. We've also been conscripted to help with some targeted Terramorph cleanup. Get a jump on the TMD's extermination duties.
I'll do that one.
Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon.
Sure.
Any of those missions call to you?
Yeah. Took out some Terramorphs.
Any chance to bag some bugs, right? Well, I can provide. Let me just check my logs.
Montraluna.
Okay.
Wow.
These coordinates should get you to your first target. There.
Thanks.
These missions are straightforward. Proceed to the location, kill the critter before it can do any more harm. Just be smart out there. Don't want you getting banged up too bad on your first hunt. Super Ed Ultra, Captain.
It's not my first hunt, dude. Don't get banged up on your first hunt. Silly. Silly, silly. That's where it had told us to go before, which I was puzzled at. Okay, that's what I thought. Down here, not where we actually want to go.
I'm thinking about taking my stuff, but that's more than
New Atlantis information. Alright, so by the embassies, look for okay. Aphelion.
Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
Cool.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Sure.
Great. You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district.
Right.
You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city.
Cool.
Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
Well, let's go check out our house. Show Andreja where she gets to live. See what she thinks. No one at the front desk. Okay. Gold. Oh, now that's a view. You know, we have not been to any of these locations. We should definitely check out the area at some point. But look at this view. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Good sized kitchen, refrigerator. Is this supposed to be a bathroom? No. Guess you can make it whatever you want it to be. Let's get someone to install some plumbing. Ah, we got a bathroom here. Nice large bathroom. Good size shower. Apparently the shower is completely usable. Now, Andreja, what do you think? Make this be our bedroom? Yup. It's our bedroom. Nice. Another balcony overlooking another side. Look at that. View of the spaceport. We'll put a chair here, come out and sit and watch the ships come and go. Keep an eye on our ship. Excuse me. Not bad. Right at our bedroom window, too. Laundry. Good, good. And office or guest bedroom. Maybe we'll have this for you, Sam. Closet? This would be a nice little office. Yeah, you know, we'll do that. We'll make this be guest bedroom, so when Sam or one of the other crewmen are here with us in the city, they can come stay with us. It's nice. I don't mind. Well, are you guys ready? We do need to get to the ship to deal with our Terramorph that was spotted. Oh, talk about the adrenaline flowing. And nothing quite gets to adrenaline flowing like just jumping off a building and plummeting. Wind going right up your pants. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, you still feel the chill all the way through. Oh yeah. That's how you do it. I mean, I landed a little harder than I meant to, but still. Talk with Sam. Sam, do you want to say something? Where you at, bud?
I'd appreciate a chat.
Talk with Andreja, too. Gonna see if we can get some anyone else to join us. I'm not sure where they all decided to run off and hide. Hello, everybody. Where's everyone hiding? Looks like they just trashed the ship and ran away. Ezekiel?
Got some new orders for me?
There's everyone. Good of you join us. Barrett. Or Vasco. I wonder if all the Constellation crew can come.
One hope was a...
He was a... Kind of felt bad for the guy.
Oh, don't tell me his bleeding heart plea for mercy got to you.
No.
He held innocent people with little regard,
No, I
treating
agree.
their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace.
And what do you mean by that?
Are you really going to make me remind you what that man did to those farmers on Montara Luna?
Yeah, I am.
How he sent Paxton Hull and the First to murder them and steal their land so he could use it for his own ill-gotten gains? How could you forget something like that?
He didn't actually send him to kill him, just get the land and stuff. But, you know, you obviously have a very limited mindset on what actually happened, and you were on the ship, not out there knowing. So I'll go ahead and forgive your naivety for now. I'm glad it's over, though.
Yes, at least the situation's been resolved. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice.
Yep. Who've been not okay to take bribes. Horrible thing to do.
Had you taken the money, this would have been a very different conversation. I'm proud of you. It took a lot of integrity to say no to that offer.
Did you know that I made Citizen 1 and you haven't? Snippy. If I learned anything from this, money's not everything.
No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen.
No kidding. Make yourself
We should have a
useful.
talk. When you have the time, of course. Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud.
I am proud. Something had to be done. They were too dangerous.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved.
Hey. Get your gun. You need to work.
Sorry to pull you aside like this, but taking those steps to eradicate... Yes, exactly. I'm... Sorry to pull you aside. Taking those steps...
Stop it.
Yes, exactly.
I need to talk to you about something else, you... redundant.
Hey, boss.
Excuse me, Len. Oh well, whatever for now. Talk with them. I will do that later. For now... we're gonna do a bug hunt. And then we're gonna have to call it.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're going to do a quick scan for contraband and you can be on your way.
Nothing's ever on board. Really? Because I forgot that.
Sorry, I haven't gone to Red Mile yet. 90% and fail. XCOM. Goddamn XCOM chances on every game, right? Don't technically need to get in the chair. Forget about that. I should have just gone in here. It's just 90% chance. Come on.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband.
Really? That's how that's gonna be? Fine. We'll go to Red Mile then first, you stinking jerks. There's a 90 percentile chance. And you're doing the XCOM thing. I'm so thrilled. It makes me so happy. Malkov, did you see my message about RT?
Could we talk?
Sure. What's up?
It is a relief to know that the Terramorphs are being dealt with. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around is a good idea. It seems an additional, unnecessary risk.
I agree. There wasn't really a way. The UC is going to keep it around anyways.
But you could have changed their minds. They would have listened to you. At least the Freestar Collective will also know of its existence. Otherwise, I worry it would be too tempting for the UC to use as a weapon. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us, and you have done a service to all who live in the settled systems.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, I didn't have a choice to
The whole
get
Terramorph
rid of the
situation,
plant.
seriously, hats off to you.
Thank
when
you.
I was growing up, everyone was afraid of Terramorphs.
Still
How
are
they could
getting.
seemingly strike anywhere at any time. The carnage, the destruction. The stuff you've done here could save so many lives.
Yeah, I'm ashamed of what they did. Thought they were better than this.
The Freestar Collective ain't no angels either. Still, yeah, what they did here was beyond the pale. The United Colonies. Hell, everyone and everywhere owes you big time.
Appreciate
even if
that.
they don't know it.
Let's get in the Red Mile and get stuff sold.
Hey, just so you know, you got it. Word of warning though.
Hey, look! We have no bad stuff, according to them.
Enjoy yourself.
You too! Gotta go. I want that. Thank you. Trying to get this done as the last thing for the night. A good farewell festivities. Everyone ready? Let's go.
Come then. Meet.
And that's why we like it. Oh, no. Did we already kill it and end its reign of terror? Oh, how sad. It seems to be that's what happens when you have a gun that shoots really fast and does high damage and punches through armor. Wow. That was just so laborsome. I am so glad it was such a difficult task. Actually, can I get UC ones? No, so I do have to go back to him for UC ones. Why? Why can't I just use a terminal board like all the others? Not the right button. I forgot about this. I was told that we got to deal with helping Lynn. Let's go do that. Apparently we got another house that cargo extractors worked on getting us a deal. So that's cool. Still working on the job, dude.
Together we can really make a difference.
About the house. I heard from Argo Extractors there's a house on Neoseed. I wanted to talk with you on it.
Right. Small home in the Olympus system, right?
Yes.
There's a balance on that property. Argos Extractors negotiated a very fine loan for you. There are weekly payments, but if you miss a payment, no big deal. It's a pay-as-you-go type of affair. But I think we'd all be happier if you dealt with the mortgage one way or the other.
Tell me the options.
Certainly. So there are two ways to take care of a loan for good. One's easy. Just pay off the balance, then the house is yours, free and clear, and you are one very happy new homeowner. The other option, less ideal, is just walk away and we foreclose on the property.
I mean, it's not a lot. I'll just pay for it.
Everything is in order. Excellent. Let me be the first to congratulate you on owning your house fully. No more mortgage payments for you. I have to finalize the paperwork, but I wish you all the best.
Cool. And Treasure, now we have two homes. We need to get one in Aquila. And we need to get a spot for the ship to properly land. Oh, great. Can't. Not bad. Andreja, we have a home. Yeah, we already took care of that. Okay. Not bad. Bathroom. Kind of the guest area. Yeah, we got bathroom up here. Kind of a lounge area. Oh, balcony. Let's see what it looks like. Not bad. Not bad, Andreja. What do you think? Now we got a home in the city. We got a home out here in the country. Need to get a home in Aquila. We'll get homes everywhere. Then we can be home hoppers. We hop to whichever home we feel like. Alright, cool. Now I gotta work on furnishing some homes. Cool, cool, cool. So we need to modify the ship, fix up the homes. Cool. Alright, so now that we have that, let me look if there was one in Aquila City. Or not one in Aquila City, but... Okay, so we should have one or the other. But I want to go out. Thank you. Olympus is there. We go back to Alpha Centauri. Jemison. Home is not listed here, but there is supposed to be... Mod was supposed to make it where our homes showed up. So we're gonna hop in and take a look, see if we missed the mark on the wall to maybe make it show up. It was the something building. No, it wasn't Apollo Towers.
We're taking a long...
Get enough thrust with this jetpack. Need upwards thrust. Upwards, I say. Alright, so it should be... Yeah, this is it. America. Hopefully they have one in here. Got to look for that. Because I didn't know about it. There we go. Perfect. So now, if we look at the map... Yes. And if we go here to activities... Yes. Good. Good. And then... Where was the... mast? Get a mission from him. Hey.
Something to report?
Where's the other option? All right, well.
Sure thing. You ready to head out right now?
Yeah.
Let's get to the details. Just need to... Coordinates sent.
One,
Mission
do the
specs
other one.
Same as before. Find the morph and exterminate. Good hunting. Captain, something up? Could use a hand clearing out some... You interested?
Sure.
All right, let's get... Here we go. You're authorized to use whatever force required to bring down those hostile ships. Now what's up?
It's good to be on
says ships at these coordinates fired on United
stuffy
Colony's
sometimes.
craft. You're clear to use lethal force if necessary.
Well, I was actually hoping to be able to talk to the... doctor about what he needed, because he had other jobs that looked interesting. Percival. Okay, we're talking to Percival, and that's it for the night. Team D. Welcome to the Team D headquarters. We're here to wreak havoc and destroy evil.
Dangerous assignment. But you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome everyone to the TMD.
Nice. I wonder if you'll join my crew. That would be fun.
Captain, looks like we missed each other back at Mast. Listen, I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But now, knowing what I do, that my father truly is the monster I always thought he was. Well, I've just spent a lot of my life in pursuit of the truth. So, you bringing it straight to me, it just means a lot.
Don't mention it. We're friends. We look after each other.
The best ones certainly do. You know, I was thinking, while we were up on that podium, if I wanted to try and see him again. But I knew the answer before I even finished the thought. I didn't. Because confronting him, what would I have gained from that? From letting him remind me I can never truly be rid of him? Nothing. Now, all I'd be doing is acknowledging that he still has some sway over my life. And while I can't do anything about his role in my past, I'm not about to let him control my future. And thanks to what we've done together, that future is brighter than it has been in a long time. Words can't do justice to how grateful I am for that.
Yeah, you can keep it going. Come with me.
You know I can't do that. I've got an assignment. But I'll never say no to a visit when you're in the area. Remind us all how much we owe you.
Glad I was able to help.
Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded beyond anyone's wildest dreams. It's been an honor, Captain.
I thought you'd get her to join you.
Careful out there. I'm not watching your back anymore. Which will probably be to your benefit.
I thought there was a way to get her to join you.
Can't do the job without the right tool. Everything up to spec.
So now I don't know. I'm confused by that. Dude, look at that. Chunky armor. They definitely have armor that looks pretty cool. Doctor. That's a big mutie. Excuse me. Doctor.
Interest you in a new assignment? No one else I'd rather have doing it.
I want to ask you the other ones, but for now, yeah, tell me what you got.
You heard right. These Terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens, and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task.
Sure. Yeah.
Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you.
Oh, cool.
You'll have to convince her, of course. But I don't think she'll fight you too badly.
I'd love to have her watching my back again.
I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now,
thank you.
Let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And so you know, you shouldn't need to kill these critters to harvest the required cells. This isn't the same level of analysis we were doing with the Terramorphs. A little will go a long way here. Just get close, take a few scrapings, and get out before they see you. Don't let them get the best of you, all right?
Okay. So now we can get Hadrian to join us. Where did she get off to?
Excuse me.
Hey, you had to do the Terramorph test, right? Where they let it go.
Hey, Hadrian.
Hey. You need something?
Wow, look at all that. So, can I talk to you?
Okay, I'm listening. What's going on?
So, we got a field assignment. Could use some backup. Interested?
Backup? What does that have to do with me?
I thought you could, come along with me for old time's sake. Have some fun,
Come with you? You can't be serious. There's no way Percival would okay that. I have important work to do here with the TMD.
Actually, he already okayed to with it, and he thought we'd work well together, and so do I.
I mean, I do too, but leaving the TMD? That's a big decision.
We're not leaving. So much left to discover. A scientist like you should be exploring out in the field.
Yeah, maybe. I have to admit, that trip to Londinian whetted my appetite for field work. I saw myself at the TMD for the long haul, but if Percival already okayed this, then I'm in. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six.
Glad you're coming along. We'll do a lot of good together.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you for the offer. Really. It was unexpected, but I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems.
Hey. So now we should have 20. What happened? So she should be... Who's not on the ship then? It says 19. There should be 20. Ship. Mickey. Outpost or the sanitation. I don't know.
I'll head out soon. I just need to talk to Percival before I go. He's gonna get an earful for arranging this without talking to me about it first. See you, Captain.
Cool.
Look who it is.
Let's go.
Let's move out.
Yeah. Get a party going. It's a party. All right, all. Well, that's where we're actually going to have to call it for today. It has been a blast. It has been so much fun. I hope you all have thoroughly enjoyed. If you haven't, be sure to turn on notifications so you can join us next time and every time on this wonderful story. We gotta build up 2 houses, build at least one other house on another planet that we wanted to, an outpost, rebuild our ships, deal with some others. I was hoping to do some shipbuilding missions with you guys, but yeah, that didn't happen yet because, oh yeah, we dealt with the Terramorphs instead. So, be sure to join us next time. Until then, as always,
disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
There's a guy doing Skyrim, so we're gonna get over there. We'll see you all next time.